This is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have a discussion on the upcoming transit of Ketu, where within the Libra sign, Ketu is going to be changing its nakshatra and it is going to be entering the Swati nakshatra. So now friends, the way global events are taking place, and over and above that, because the war which is currently going on, which is not showing any signs to come to an concluding end, and the way even the economy in certain advanced country has also faced recession, and so many ways, it becomes very important to closely monitor this upcoming movement or shift in the nakshatra of Ketu's transit. Because friends, like all of us, like whatsoever field of expertise you have, you must be observing all these events basis your field of expertise. So same way, in this community, we all are the astrology practitioners or enthusiasts. So this transit becomes very important because like when we talk about those kind of shift, or which all could be the planets which hold this potential of impacting the whole world, all the humanity in a collective way. So over there, Ketu tops the chart. Like why to go very far? Like when this COVID breakout happened. So even at that point of time, Ketu was transiting in the Mula nakshatra. Like at the time of the Twin Tower attack, Ketu and Mula prominence was there. At the time when HIV AIDS virus breakout happened, and when atom bombs were dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, so Mula and Ketu had a major say over there. And now friends, even if you will go by the Shakun Shastra, like the field of omens, study of the field of the omens. So even in our holy scriptures as well, like at the time when like Tulsi Das ji was describing when demon king Ravan was at the last stage of getting defeated from the hands of the Lord Rama. So even he started seeing all the bad signs, omens, and Tulsi Das ji described as Dhum Ketu or Ketu appeared on the sky, giving this sign of premonition. So same way friends, when we talk about whether from the global events perspective or whether in our personal lives as well, this upcoming transit or shift of Ketu becomes very important. So let's just first try to understand the basic attributes of Ketu. Then I will get deeper into the customized aspect of this transit of Ketu in the Swati nakshatra. So now friends, as you know this thing that when we talk about the way Ketu function, so that's very simple. Ketu function in a malefic way, akin or equivalent to like a dreaded or an afflicted Mars. Ketu function in a very benefic way, akin or equivalent to the energies of Jupiter. Ketu works in a karmic retribution way or in a highly karmic way, as akin to the negative afflicted side of the Saturn, because Ketu has got the information of all the deeds done by us in past so many lifetimes. Like the way friends, the beauty of astrology is that only on the basis of the signs and identification you can get to know the dignity of the planets in a native's life. Like someone who is going to have let's say for example a bad Saturn, so definitely you will find that in that native's chart, if Saturn is ill placed, native might also have very bad relation with his paternal like uncles and all of that. So same way, like here we are talking about Ketu, which has everything to do with the instincts and intuition. So let me share one very small example from my own life. So what happened guys, from the past couple of months, lately I developed this habit that obviously in the morning I take a bath before doing the prayers and everything. So lately I developed this habit that before going to bed, I have to wash my feet. And not only that, because a couple of days back we had the holy 9 days in honor of the goddess Durga as well, Navratri. So even if I have to do any prayers or worship in the evening hours as well, it hardly matters whether I have washed my face or not, but I have to wash my feet. And then suddenly I realized, I had this epiphany that oh my god, I'm a Aries Lagna and Jupiter is right now transiting in my 12th house of feet. So might be that was the reason why like my instincts were guiding me or instructing me to behave like that. So this is what the energy of Ketu is. You need to have a strong Ketu in your chart to remain receptive towards all these divine signals. That is the only reason we say this thing, that for all the astrologers, psychics, tarot readers, a strong Ketu act as a blessing in disguise. So now friends, coming back to the identification signs which I was talking about. So if you actually want to understand the Ketu's energy in your personal life as well, so if you have witnessed extreme transformative events in your life which has helped you progress, then that means Ketu's energies are working in a benefic way in your life. If you have very strong and healthy, hearty relations with your maternal grandfather or maternal uncles, that is also a very good sign. Let's say for example, if you have always remained benefited or you have got nourished because of having pets and specifically dogs in your home, that can also be seen as a very good sign. So these are some of the identification via which you can get to know that the Ketu's energies are working in a benefic way in your life or not. And friends, lastly, because a lot many astrologers also attach Ketu strongly with the Scorpio sign. They say that the co-rulership of Scorpio along with Mars goes to the Ketu, and some of the Western astrologers also associate the energies of Ketu equivalent to the Pisces energy. Now friends, coming back to our today's discussion, that what kind of results to expect when Ketu will enter the Swati nakshatra. So now friends, try to understand the energies of the Swati nakshatra as well. First of all, Swati is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Rahu. So now over here the energies are definitely going to get highly karmic in nature. And whenever we say karmic, see, try to understand this thing. What is the difference between a free will or a karma? Karma taking a major say in any individual's life, or whether in the form of the global events as well. Like, it tells about something which is very difficult to evade or something which is very unavoidable. So this is something which these ongoing circumstances are gonna generate these kind of situation when Ketu will enter the Swati nakshatra. So first of all friends, when we talk about the any sort of diplomatic ties, like you cannot even overlook this fact that out of all the nakshatras, like every nakshatra has got a distinctive quality of its own, and over and above that there are certain nakshatras which have got a strong edge or a expertise in any specific field. So Swati is a nakshatra which has got a competitive edge over anything to do with the diplomacy, with the PR, with the relationship management. And just because it is the nakshatra of Rahu, so here we are talking about international talks, international diplomatic ties. And Ketu is a planet which has got very extremities attached to it, and Ketu in itself is a planet of separation, of detachment. So because of which, like the way global events are taking place, it getting resorted through a mutual understanding. So those sort of possibility is becoming very less with this arrival of Ketu in the Swati nakshatra. Second thing is that friends, if you want to understand it in your personal lives, so this can definitely generate those kind of circumstances where you might attract all those sort of relationship which are either karmic in nature, or if there is some unfinished business with someone, so those people might enter in your life during this phase. Because I have already explained this thing, Swati is a nakshatra which resides in the Libra sign. Now Libra is individually or in the Kal Purush Kundli is the sign which is equivalent to the 7th house energy of relationship, of commitment. So now over here it hardly matters what is your Lagna or what is your moon sign. Stand alone entry of Ketu in the Swati can be seen as a very strong indication of some sort of karmic conclusion in the matters of relationship. So now friends, when we talk about the remedial aspect, so what kind of remedies you can consider doing? Let's say for example, if your ascendant lord is conjunct with Ketu, Ketu is sitting in your first house, your moon is sitting in the nakshatra of Ketu, or your moon is conjunct with Ketu, or you are right now going through the dasha of Ketu. So then in those kind of circumstances, this transit will definitely going to have an impact in your life as well, in your thought process as well, in your life circumstances as well. So now friends, definitely when we talk about anything to do with the remedy, so first of all, The best remedy for Ketu is the worship of Lord Ganesha. I always ensure, like when I wake up in the morning, I first thing which I do is I look at my hand and I do the prayer, like morning prayer. Karagre vastu Lakshmi, kar madhye Saraswati, kar mule tu Govinda, prabhate kar darshanam. I turn on the TV and I start my day with the Atharv Shrish Ganpati Stotra. So worship of Lord Ganesha, offering Durva, the blade of grass, to the Lord Ganesha becomes very, very important. Like just with this upcoming transit in mind, I also ordered one emerald Ganesh idol as well. So yes, coming back to this, the worship of Lord Ganesha becomes very, very important. Second thing is that, friends, like just because like if you will go by the depiction of the Ketu, because the Swar Bhanu was the demon which was whose head was cut off by the Lord Vishnu. So the head part became Rahu and the tail part became Ketu. So Ketu has been depicted with a tail version as well. So when we talk about the gods, Hindu gods, with the tail, so because of which the worship of Lord Hanuman also becomes very important. And whenever we talk about anything to do with the notes, whether it's Rahu or Ketu, so the worship of Lord Shiva, recitation of Mahamrityunjaya mantra becomes very important. Friends, when we are talking about the remedies, so feeding dogs become very important during this time, and also in the form of the birds as well. Crows are also attached with this nakshatra, because in the Swati nakshatra, friends, like the power of this nakshatra is that the most strongest planet of karma, planet Saturn, attains exaltation in the space which this nakshatra holds within the Libra sign. So because of which feeding the crows can also be considered as a very good remedy during this transit of Ketu in the Swati nakshatra. You can also recite the Bij mantra of the Ketu in the hours attached to this planet. So the early morning hours, Brahm Muhurat, like at least 2 hours before the sunrise, is attached with this Ketu's time period. So the Bij mantras could be Om Sram Srim Srom Saha Ketave Namaha, or you can think about reciting Om Palash Pushpak Sankasham Tarakaghra Mastakam Rodram Rodratmakam Ghoram Tam Ketu Pranamamyam. And the Bij mantra is of this Swati nakshatra is Om or Om Lam. So these are the chants which you can think about reciting if you actually want to propitiate this energy where when Ketu is going to be transiting in the Swati nakshatra. Also, friends, when we talk about the prospects of the finances or wealth as well, so you cannot overlook this fact that Ketu in itself represents the hoisted flag. So because of which, when we talk about gaining prominence, specifically if you have got any sort of political aspiration, so then in your case as well, for the attainment of power, authority, fame as well, this transit of Ketu in the Swati nakshatra can be seen as a very promising sign. So now, friends, before I will conclude this video, I also want to share some timelines as well, the Navamsa placement of this transit of Ketu in the Swati nakshatra. So friends, from October 19th till December 20th, Ketu will be transiting in the Pisces Navamsa. So this will definitely manifest very esoteric, very mystical side of the transit of Ketu. So specifically for the spiritual seekers, this could be considered as a very good time. In terms of the global events, this is a highly sensitive time, because during this time Mars is also going to be retrograde, and the way other planets are contributing, it is going to be very volatile time for the global events. Then friends, on December 21st till Feb 22nd, Aquarius Navamsa is where Ketu is going to be transiting in the Swati nakshatra. So Aquarian energy is a very good time, specifically if you want to appease or give strength to the energies of Ketu in your lives. So when we talk about the charities and philanthropic work, so specifically because Ketu does not have a head, Ketu just listen to its heart, to its instincts. So because of which, like specifically charities where you are supporting orphanages, or like all those charities which are helping in the lines of supporting or helping people who are disabled, physically disabled. So supporting all these charities, all these NGOs, a very good way of appeasing the energy of Ketu in your life, specifically when Ketu is going to be transiting in the Aquarius Navamsa. So I would say, friends, The time period of the Pisces Navamsa will be very good for spiritual elevation. Aquarius Navamsa could be considered as a very good for doing the philanthropic work and charities, for invoking or reinforcing the Ketu energy in your life. Now friends, from Feb 22nd till April 25th, Ketu is going to be transiting in the Capricorn Navamsa in the second pada of the Swati. So this can be seen as a very bleakly hopeful time when even Mars would have come out of the retrograde motion, where some sort of positivity can be anticipated in this ongoing war. Although I'm very much sure till the time Ketu is in the Swati nakshatra, the world is definitely heading towards some major catastrophic events, which is definitely going to change the shape of the world in the form of the alliances, new alliances. Like I recently came across this statement of Joe Biden as well, that after the Cuban missile crisis, which would have generated the whole situation and fears of Third World War, this is the even more severe and grave situation which the world is facing right now. So yes, the Capricorn Navamsa will bring some hope, bleak hope. And then friends, from April 25th till June 27th, Ketu is going to be transiting in the Sagittarius Navamsa, which will be a time when it is going to be in the first pada of Swati, and this is going to be a time when Ketu can actually give you fruits and rewards of all the hard work and all the good deeds which your soul has accumulated from past so many lifetimes. So this is something friends which I just wanted to share standalone, because I am a very I'm always very curious about the way political events are taking place, and because I might not have much strong edge over the politics, international politics, but yes, astrology is my field and I can fairly understand and relate it with astrology, the way planetary transit is taking place right now. So I hope friends this video must have served some purpose, and after this I will look forward to making another video where I will talk about customized to all the 12 signs. If I'm lazy, I will just make for 12 signs, and if I will be very active, I will have time, then I might make this next video customized to all the 27 moon nakshatra perspective as well. It will all be dependent on my availability and if I'll get a chance. So thanks a lot guys for watching this video, and for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.